What's going on, everybody? This is a 2008 Pontiac G8 that I just picked up for a very small amount of money, and this G8 has some issues. One of the main things that's wrong with it and why I was able to buy it for literally nothing is that it overheats. As you can see, it's in pretty poor condition. The body is beat, there's some rust on it, but the car is complete. It does run and drive, and that was enough for me to take a chance on it. There's plenty of dings on the body. We'll start here on the front. Of course, both headlights are foggy. We've got paint scrapes all over the place, some dents and some rust right here, more scrapes, more rock chips and rust. Wheels have seen better days. Some rust under the driver's door. The rear wheel definitely met a curb or something right here. More scrapes and bruises. So come around the back. Got a good sized dent right here. More bruises, scrapes. More here on the passenger side. Another large dent right here. We have a crack in the windshield. I'll take you guys inside. I'll start with the trunk. So there's really nothing going on here, just needs to be vacuumed out. There is a new battery in it, and this is something that I had to do before I could even get it home. The person who I bought this car from is a guy I went to high school with. He's a super nice guy, but he only stays maybe 7 or 8 miles from me. So I opted to drive the car home, but there was no way we could get it going with the old battery. It was completely dead. We couldn't jump start it, couldn't use a jump box. So I had to go ahead and buy a new battery to get it home. So the battery's in here. I didn't even put the brackets back on it yet, and I didn't put the carpet covering back, so of course I'll go and do that, but I just wanted to hurry up and get it home. So that's the trunk, not too much going on here. I'll put all this back together, and then we'll move on to the inside. And once again, this car has seen better days. The seats are pretty dirty. The carpets are dirty. I will get some of my money back because there is a lot of change in this car. There's change on the floor in the back. There's change in the center cup holders. There's change everywhere. So who knows? Maybe I'll get a couple dollars back from buying this. Move up to the front. Again, it's very dirty, very dirty. One thing I do know is broken is this handle. But thankfully, it's literally just the plastic handle here that's broken. So I'm going to replace this, and this door should work better. Right now, you have to open it from the outside, but I'll get this swapped out, and then it should be fine. Again, you know, it's dirty. It's dirty. But I knew that when I bought it, and I'll clean it up. It's not a big deal to me. I don't mind getting my hands dirty and cleaning this car, so I'll do that. And we'll move under the hood. And here we have a very dirty V6. And I'll get to why I bought this car and how I was able to buy it. The previous owner loved this car. Put over 200,000 miles on it, and the only reason they stopped driving it is because the motor started overheating. And she took it to a mechanic, and the mechanic told her it's the head gasket. they decided not to replace the head gasket and just go ahead and get a new car, which I can completely understand. So I looked at it when I went and checked it out. So one of the first things I did is I checked underneath the oil cap to see if there was any white residue, and there was not. And then I checked the dipstick for the oil, and it was just clean oil. So my guess was that it's probably a thermostat. And that's a pretty big gamble to take, because if it is the head gasket, you know, it might not be worth my time. Another thing that was noted to me is that the power steering didn't work, and that I should bring some power steering fluid to top off the reservoir, and I would probably get power steering back. So I put the battery in, finally get the car started. Since I don't live far away from the guy I bought it from, I just went ahead and drove it home with no power steering. And also, I kept getting the alternator light going on, saying that, you know, the alternator is not working and the car is going into power save mode. So I get it home, and thankfully I got it just in time before the car actually did overheat again. I get it home and I park it, and I decide to pop the hood and take a closer look to see what's going on. And one of the things that you should be able to see, let's see right here, see if I can get that right here, the belt is completely broken. So the broken belt will explain no power steering, and also why the alternator isn't working and the battery's not charging. Also, when the motor is getting hot, one of the things that you can do to maybe allow you to get a little further is to turn your heat on high and turn the fan on high, so that the thermostat will open, and run it through the heater core, so it'll help cool the engine just a little bit. So I did that, and lo and behold, no heat. It was just blowing cool air again, which pointed me to the thermostat. So the first thing that I'm going to do is try to make sure that everything is free and it moves. I do know that the alternator pulley is seized, so I'm going to see if I can break it loose, and I'm going to put a new serpentine belt on it. And of course, I'm going to get a thermostat and change the thermostat, and that could potentially solve the overheating issue, the power steering issue, and the alternator issue, all for not a lot of money. And if that works, this was an excellent buy, and I'll go and see what else I can fix to put this back on the market, get it back on the road, and maybe even put a couple dollars in my pocket. So stay tuned to this project. This is called Make the G8 Great Again. So stay tuned in. This is the introduction episode. This is episode 1. And also stay tuned for Project C06. I have 1 episode out right now. We are doing work to turn this Z06 into the carbon fiber Z06. So stay tuned for both of these projects. As usual, thanks for watching, and God bless you all.